You're going to start from a low position here, cadeira, and you're going to start by bringing your right leg back, and the same arm comes up to your face, protecting your face. Then we're going to step and switch the leg and the arm. Okay, we're going to repeat that motion side to side. Make sure that you have a nice, constant rhythm. Now we're going to show you the same move from a few different angles.
Hi, I'm Kimberly. And I'm Catherine. Today's exercise is the hundreds. The hundreds is a very popular Pilates exercise that gets its name from 10 sets of 5 inhales and 5 exhales. It's about abdominal endurance and breathing continually throughout the endurance. Two things you want to keep in mind before we start is that if you feel tension in your neck and shoulders, or you feel your shoulders creeping up, just set your head down and pick your head back up when you're ready. And also, you want to remember the abdominal connection throughout. If you feel your back starting to arch or your abdominal starting to pop up, you want to bend your knees in and reconnect. Pull your belly button to your spine and the spine towards the mat as much as you can. So let's begin. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, close the ribs in the front like this. Pull your belly button down, and you're going to tilt your pelvis slightly where your hip bones come towards your rib and your pubic bone lifts. Now pick one knee up into tabletop, and exhale, pick the other knee up into tabletop. And we'll begin. Inhale, lengthen back of the neck. Exhale, curl the head and shoulders off the mat, straighten the legs. And we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, pump your arms like tapping water. Inhale. And exhale, pull the belly button down. Good. 3, inhale, keep the neck and shoulders soft. And exhale. Good. And 4, inhale, keep the inner thighs squeezing together. And exhale. And 5, inhale, make sure you have that connection strong. Exhale. And 6, inhale. If you need it more challenging, lower the legs. And 7, inhale. If you exhale, if you need a break, bend the knees in like this. Yes. And exhale, you can also extend them back out. And 9, inhale. And exhale, close the ribs even more for the last set. 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, bend the knees and scoop up to finish. Exhale, head and shoulders go down first. Then one knee goes down, the other goes down, and we're finished.
Hello, we're Catherine and Kimberly Corp. We own Pilates on 5th in New York City, and we would like to show you the Pilates exercise roll-up. Kimberly's going to lie on her back. This is a great exercise for the abdominal muscles, but please note that if you have a tight lower back, like we do, it's very, very difficult because no matter how strong your abdominal muscles are, you can't always compensate for the tightness in the lower back. So the legs are squeezing together, the feet are flexed, and now Kimberly's going to reach her arms overhead. And just make sure in the start position, go ahead and do this wrong. When you reach your arms overhead, you don't pop your ribs. So she's going to make sure that her ribs are closed and only take the arms overhead as much as she can maintain the nice integrity of the spine. And now she'll inhale, reach the arms to the ceiling and start to nod the chin to the chest, and then rolling up, reaching forward, really trying to get a lot of roundness here. You'll notice we don't have a lot naturally, but that's okay. And then inhale, start to roll back. And then on the exhale, rolling back very slowly, squeezing the legs together. And again, inhale, arms lift to the ceiling, chin nod slightly, rolling up. So what's always good to do when you're teaching this exercise or when you're doing the exercise for yourself, you really want to make sure that your abdominal muscles are working. So we'd like to go ahead and show you a modification here if you are having problems with this. She's going to reach her hands up, curling up, and then grab her legs slightly, and that way she can really fortify that curl there. That's more important than anything else. You don't want to do a heave-ho and get yourself into a bad position. You don't want to come up in an arch of your back. And as Kimberly did just now, going really slowly on the way down is a wonderful, wonderful way to build strength. And that was the Pilates. The Pilates on 5th video podcast. I'm Catherine.
And I'm Kimberly.
Today's exercise is one leg circle. This exercise is very, very subtle. Sometimes you won't feel like you're doing a whole lot, but it's very important because it targets the deep, deep stabilizers of the torso. So go ahead and stretch both legs long. Or you can keep one leg bent since we're going to stretch it to the ceiling. One leg will bend. If you're feeling discomfort in your hip flexors, you can bend the other leg that's not working as well. That's totally fine. And then you'll stretch the leg up to the ceiling. If you cannot stretch the leg all the way to the ceiling, it's okay to bend it a little bit. The main thing here is that your pelvis is in a neutral position. That means if we were to balance, go ahead and bring your leg down just so I can, if we were to balance like a teacup or a bowl of soup here, it's not going to spill towards your navel or towards the floor on the other side. So again, nice neutral pelvis, and you want it to be, if we were to put a level in any direction, it would be nice and even. So again, she'll bend her leg and stretch it up to the ceiling, and then inhale to take the leg across the body and exhale to circle it around. Inhale across the body and exhale, circle it around. Notice that the movement's very small. Make it bigger just for a second. If she makes the movement really big, you can't help for the pelvis but to, rotate and to tip a little bit, and that's not the goal of the exercise. You want the pelvis to stay nice and stable. Now the goal would finally be to find the range at which you can stabilize, but you want to start small, get this pelvis stable first, and then gradually try to increase the range. So you do it 5 times inner circles, which she's already finished her 5 times with the inner circle. Now she'll do it 5 times out. So it's inside, exhale around. That's an inhale. Inhale to the outside, exhale around. 3 more times. Inhale, exhale around. Inhale, exhale around. 1 more time. Inhale, and of course the shoulders are relaxed, and bend the knee. Stretch it long. We'll go ahead and do the left leg just 3 each way because I want to show a modification. Inhale, stretch the leg up. Again, bend the knee if you need to slightly. You can also reach the arms up to the ceiling, which makes it, you can be aware of how much you're using your arms to stabilize. Just 3 each way. Inhale, exhale around. Inhale, exhale around. 1 more time this way. Inhale, exhale around. And she can probably vouch for the fact that it's harder this way. Yes. Inhale, exhale around. Inhale, notice nothing's moving here. It's not a big movement. And you don't want to dominate it with the big muscles of your legs. You really want this to be controlled by the smaller muscles. Inhale, bend the knee, stretch the leg long, and float the arms down by the side. And that is the 1-leg circle. If you would like more information on our studio, Pilates on 5th, on our new DVD, Pilates on the Go, or our certification program, or any of our products, please log on to pilatesonfifth.com.
Welcome to the Pilates on 5th video podcast. Today's exercise is rolling like a ball. So, start sitting right on top of your sit bones with your knees bent. From here, inhale to prepare, exhale, roll back off the sit bones. So you're just rounding the lower back first, and then you'll take 1 leg off the mat and then the other leg, and you'll really try to create a strong rib to hip connection, trying to make your spine in the shape of a capital letter C. Your gaze wants to stay constant right above your knees or right at your knees. From here, we'll take an inhale to roll back, and don't go to your head. Think of rolling right to mid-shoulder blades. So inhale, roll back, and exhale, coming up and balancing, keeping that strong rib to hip connection. Inhale, rolling back, and again, don't jam the chin into the chest, and also don't lose the neck and arch your neck too much. And inhale, rolling back, and exhale up. One more thing you don't want to do in rolling like a ball is straighten your legs on the way back. Inhale, rolling back. You don't want to do that. Straighten the legs and then come up. And then the final thing you want to look out for, and this is probably the most important, is keeping the strong connection between the ribs and hips, especially on the way up. So inhale, rolling back. Exhale up. You don't want that to happen. How she lost it for a minute and then brought it back again. So that stays fixed the whole time. We'll just do 3 more. Inhale, rolling back. And exhale up and balance. If your toes touch down, that's fine, but the goal is to try to keep everything nice and taut so you have nice control over it. You're not using momentum in this exercise. You're just using the strength of your abdominal muscles to roll back and forth. And this is the last one. And that's the exercise for today. For more information about Pilates on 5th or certification, please log on to pilatesonfifth.com.
Hello, and welcome to the Pilates on 5th video podcast. I'm Kimberly.
And I'm Catherine.
This week's exercise is single leg stretch. So you want to start rolled back, so you want to roll all the way to the floor, and you're going to make a nice connection between your ribs and your hips. So you can call this imprint, and we call it supported pelvis, so that you make sure your abdominals are pulled flat, belly button to spine, and spine as close to the mat as you can get it. Now you're going to inhale, pick one knee up into tabletop position, right angle at hip and knee, and exhale, pick the other knee up. Very nice. Very nice, and go ahead and take the hands by the knees. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, just curl the head and shoulders up, and we'll start. Exhale, reach one leg away, and exhale, reach. So the inhale is automatic. Exhale and exhale. So you don't want your head and shoulders to change height. You want to straighten the leg each time, feeling the energy going out, making sure to pull the abdominals down. And if you want to challenge, you can first stop, we'll bend both knees in. You can switch the breath, so inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. So let's do that. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Keep the abs pulled down, keep the shoulders open, exhale, exhale. 4 more, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, bend both knees in, scoop up, and roll down. To get out of this safely, one foot comes down first, then the other, and then the pelvis can go back. So you want to start lying flat on your back, supine. Make sure your shoulders are down and there's no tension in your neck. Arms are resting by the side. Take a nice inhale to prepare. On the exhale, pull in your abs to move to a nice supported position, closing the distance between the hip bones and the ribs. Inhale to pick one leg up, exhale to pick the other leg up, and then the hands are just going to reach by the knees. Inhale, tilt the chin slightly, exhale, pick the head and shoulders up. Alrighty, so here we go. You're going to exhale, reach the arms and legs away, and inhale, circle around, bring your knees back in. And reach and come back in. And exhale, reach and back in. So notice she's not dropping, and exhale, reach and back in. So you never want your shoulders and your head to bob up and down. So this is wrong. No bobbing up and down when you do this exercise. Keep your gaze about at your knees, keep the ribs sliding towards the hips, and everything should stay exactly the same. Let's do two more. Exhale, reach, and inhale, bend in, and last time, reach and bend, and hold this position for 1 second, Catherine. Try to stop your knees at 90, because if you're pulling in every time, that makes it a lot easier on your abs. So to keep a challenge in your abdominals, stop the legs at 90 every time, and you can inhale, rest your head and shoulders, exhale, one leg down, the other leg down, and that's the double leg stretch. If you'd like more information on our studio Pilates on 5th, on our certification program, or on any of our products, please log on to www.pilatesonfifth.com. Thank you. Thank you.
Third in the series of 5 is single straight leg stretch, or as we commonly call it today, scissors. So this exercise works on, again, the pelvic stability whilst giving your legs a little stretch. You'll work the back of your hamstrings, and the goal is to have your legs really straight like scissors. That's where the name came out of. So to start, right after double leg stretch, you're on the mat. Then you'll breathe in. Exhale, lift up your head, neck, and shoulders, Madeline. Now stretch your arms and legs straight up to the ceiling and hold behind the back of your right leg with both hands. Okay, this is where you have to make some decisions. If you're flexible and awesome, like Madeline, you can hold all the way up to your ankle. If you're inflexible, yet still awesome, you can hold behind your calf or behind your thigh. So, a lot of people coming to this exercise will have no way but to have their knee be bent, and that's okay. If this is what you look like, hold here, okay? Now reach up towards your ankle, Madeline, for the ideal. And from here, you'll pull your leg 2 times to you. Pull, pull, then switch. Pull, pull, and switch. That's it. Now we'll incorporate breath. Inhale, continue to inhale, exhale, and exhale. Keep going. Notice her hips are nice and stable to the mat. She's scooping her abdominals, and she's in her perfect Pilates curl here. That's it, Madeline. Bend both knees back towards your chest, then gently lower your head, neck, and shoulders to the mat. And that's the single straight leg stretch for the scissors. The fourth in the series of 5. We're nearing the end. This is called double straight leg stretch, or our slang term is lower lift, because you'll lower the legs, then lift them back up. This exercise is sort of similar to marching in the warm-ups in that the legs will lower and lift, but now it's harder, more challenging, because the legs will be straight rather than bent. That will target and fire up your lower abdominals and be extremely challenging for them. Okay, take your hands one on top of the other, right behind the back of your head, and think of lengthening your head into your hands. Inhale to prepare. Then exhale, curl up to your Pilates curl. Then extend both legs up towards the ceiling, again in Pilates stance. From here, lower your legs to 45 degrees and lift them right back up. Inhale, lower down for 3, 2, 1, then exhale, lift. Lower down, 2, 3, and lift. The rhythm is important. Slowly lower, hold, and lift. One last time, Madeline. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift, hold it, bend your knees, then lower down your head, neck, and shoulders. So if, again, you're tight in your legs or your lower back is tight, there is a modification for this. You can make a diamond shape with our hands and take it underneath the tailbone. This provides a little more support for the lower back. Lift up the head, neck, and shoulders, and be sure to lift up the elbows, then extend the legs toward the ceiling. Heels together, toes apart. Lower the legs down to 45, then exhale, lift the legs up, and again. That's it. Now hold it here. If in your scissors your knees were bent, they'll probably be bent here perhaps, so you can soften the knees like a little diamond shape and lower both legs. and lift. So remember, the leg work is secondary to the core work. This is about the lower abdominals, so that's where you want to feel the focus. One last time, Madeline. Exhale, lift, bend your knees back towards your chest, hold on to the top of your shins, then lower your head, neck, and shoulders to the mat with control. And that's our double straight leg stretch or lower lift.
Hi, we're Kimberly and Catherine Korp of Pilates on 5th in New York City, and we're going to show you the Pilates exercise crisscross, which is great for strengthening the obliques and the abdominal muscles in general. So Catherine will lie on her back, and first we're going to find a nice supported or imprinted position of the pelvis where the hip bones come closer to the ribs. Her hands will reach by her side for starters. Actually, they'll reach behind the head. You can put them there for start. We'll bring the left leg up into tabletop position and exhale, the other leg comes up into tabletop position and squeeze the inner thighs together. Now on the inhale, she'll tilt the chin slightly. Exhale, curl the head and shoulders off the mat. So we'll start here, take an inhale to prepare. On the exhale, she'll rotate her ribcage to the left, bending the left knee. And inhale, she comes through center. And exhale the other way, good. And inhale through center. So always when you come through center, think that you scoop up higher. So obviously we're going very slowly now. Exhale, inhale, and now we'll go faster. We'll do 2 inhales, 2 exhales. So we inhale, inhale, and exhale, exhale. Now Catherine's going to keep going. One thing you want to think of here is not bringing the elbows in. You want to keep the elbows nice and wide and think armpit to knee as opposed to elbow to knee. Yes, and keep the abdominals flat and not popping. And inhale, inhale, last time, exhale. Exhale to finish, bring both knees in, scoop up, and then the head and shoulders come down first, and then one leg down, and the other leg comes down, and that is the Pilates exercise crisscross.
You're going to start from a low position here, cadeira, and you're going to start by bringing your right leg back, and the same arm comes up to your face, protect your face, then we're going to step and switch the leg and the arm. Okay, we're going to repeat that motion side to side. Make sure that you have a nice, constant rhythm. So now we're going to show you the same move from a few different angles.
With roll down. So it's same old push-up with a nice fun roll down at the start. So we'll have Catherine stand up at the edge of the mat, making her very, very tall. And you want to start in a nice neutral position. So you want to make sure that when you start, you're not in some bad habit. That you're right, none of that. So you've pulled your abs in, close the ribs.
It's always the ribs.
Close those ribs, and inhale to grow tall. On the exhale, roll down, starting with the head, roll down through the spine. On the inhale, your hands reach towards the floor. On the exhale, you walk out in 4 counts. Exhale, right, left, right. The left hand ends up right under the shoulders. And we bend the elbows 3 times. Inhale, 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 exhale, press up straight. And notice she's in a straight line. Let me check. Yep. And inhale, 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 exhale, press up straight, and walk back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we inhale to roll up through the spine, yes. Standing tall, get the ponytail out of the way, and then you can take a little balance here. We'll inhale, bend the knees, and exhale, straighten. Inhale, rise up on the toe, and down. And we'll go one more time. And the reason we're going one more time is you should really focus on using a different lead arm every time. So I'm going to make her go with her left arm first. Inhale to prepare. On the exhale, roll down through the spine, sliding the ribs towards the pelvis. Inhale, the hands go to the floor. Left arm first this time. Exhale, left, right hands right under the shoulders. And inhale, 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 exhale, press up straight. And inhale, 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 exhale, press up straight. Notice no tension. Inhale, 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 exhale, press up straight. Walk back on the inhale, left arm first.
I did left arm before.
Oh, she did left arm before. Okay, so that was your inhale to walk back. Exhale to roll up through your spine. And I might have flipped the breath before, so it's an exhale to roll up through the spine. And then you can inhale, bend the knees, and exhale, straighten. Inhale, rise up on the toes, and exhale down. And that is push up with roll down.